Hi there, I'm Peter Cooper from Ruby Inside, and this is a quick 10-minute interview with podcasting and screencasting legend, basically, Gregg Pollack. Yeah, he's the legend.
I deny everything.
You may remember him from things such as Rails Envy, and now he's also working on the Ruby 5 podcast, amongst many, many other things, of course. So, hi, Greg.
Hey, how you doing, Peter? Thanks for having me on.
Yep, pretty well. I'm sort of totally new to this video thing, so hopefully people aren't scared too much. So we'll just leap straight into it. It's the easiest way. You're going to be doing a podcasting and screencasting workshop at the BizConf conference that's coming up soon in August. I mean, firstly, what is BizConf all about? Because I suspect that, not everyone has heard of, BizConf yet.
Certainly. Well, the problem is with sort of our industry and the people that probably read your website is that we're an industry full of technicians, right? We're great at building things. But for those who, want to venture out into building their own business or consultancy, you find yourself with like a whole new set of issues. You have to be the manager, the entrepreneur. And just because you're successful at writing Ruby code doesn't mean you can be a successful business person, right? And this is sort of where BizConf comes in. Just like you might want to go to a tech conference to fine-tune your technical skills, BizConf is a great place to go if you want to fine-tune your business skills. And you can do this in two different ways at BizConf, by going to like some of these awesome sessions, and the class sizes are really small so that you get some hands-on experience with some of these workshops. You get to talk to a lot of people. Really, the hallway track is where it's really valuable. You get to talk with, people in the industry that are doing it successfully and sort of gain their knowledge as you go along. The only sort of deterrent out there that I think, people have seen, about the conference that should be said is that you go onto the website and it says $1,570 to go. But really, there's a discount code that I can give you guys for just your readers, which if you use the discount code GPOLL, they get $675 off. So really, It's only $895 when it comes down to it for a ticket. So that's the gist of BizConf, really.
Yeah, so that's actually not about the same as RailsConf almost, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty close.
And obviously this is in a much nicer place. So, just if you like the sun, at least, like me.
Right. Yeah, Amelia Island is a great location. So it's August 4th through 6th.
Lovely. And is that actually an island? It's actually a proper island. It's not just a name.
Yeah, no, it is sort of a proper island. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, cool. So I know that you're doing a workshop there about screencasting and podcasting. You've obviously done a lot of that over the years, and in fact, that's sort of one of the ways you really just made a big splash into the whole Rails scene. The podcast, the screencast you did for Rails Free recently were sort of absolutely awesome and kind of unexpected. Sort of didn't see that coming, even though you are a Rails activist. But I mean, what value is there? Because I see the value in this for watching them, but what value is there for other developers kind of getting on board and actually making these things for themselves?
It's a good question. And really, I see it as sort of like three different reasons you might want to be interested in podcasting and screencasting. First of all, from Kathy Sierra, she always says, if you can either outspend or out-teach. Right. So, in Envy Labs, I run this, development shop here. We don't really have a marketing team. So really the first reason why you should be interested in screencasting podcasting is to out-teach, just to get your name out there, to get the name of your company out there. There's two really good examples of this. First of all, you might look at 37 Signals, right? They out-teach by doing stuff like rework, by releasing stuff like that and screencasting. Another great example is Gary Vaynerchuk, right? He teaches about wine, and in the meantime, he's sort of, marketing his business, but he's teaching people about the new wines that are out there. And really, there's no excuse to be doing that. We do Ruby 5. We sort of go out there and tell people what's going on in the community. But another reason why I brought this up is because there's no reason not to feel like, if I put out a screencast, who's going to see it, right? Because what you do is you create a screencast and you put it up somewhere or a podcast, and you email us at Ruby 5 and we cover it, because just about everything you email us we cover. We're just that easy, I guess. So
I know the feeling sometimes.
Right. So the next reason why you might be interested is to create passionate users, right? So if you've gone to woot.com, right? Woot.com has this daily podcast where they talk about what they're selling, right? So they provide sort of additional content for their users who love their product, and because they're providing content for them on a daily or weekly basis, they come back for more, and they become even bigger fans and even bit more passionate users. And I really think that's underutilized right now. If you have a product out there, if your company has a product, why not create a screencast on a weekly basis, which shows how to use how to use it better? I think Evernote actually has a screencast. They do this so every week people get to learn, and what they're doing is they're creating more expert users that are passionate about their products. And lastly, to sum up, you can use screencasting to do better business. And at MV Labs, we use this because what we found is that our clients are busy. Clients are busy. If you're working with people, they don't always have time to check the staging server and check out the new features. So sometimes what we do at the end of the week when we're working on a big project is we'll have an individual developer create a 5-minute screencast that shows off the new feature, takes them just 5 minutes, and our clients love it. They love us for it because watching a video for 5 minutes, they're much more likely to do that than they are to actually test out the product we're building for them. And what you end up with is that at the end of the product, you might end up with 20 screencasts showing how to use the product. They can go back and they can reference, they can show to other people. So our clients sort of love us for doing that. But so those are my three sort of big reasons why I think you should be interested in sort of screencasting podcasting.
That's awesome, and I really like the value add there on the consultancy. That's something that never even occurred to me. I can definitely see also how the multimedia experience there adds to their experience of sort of how valuable the project's been overall. They don't sort of forget all the work that's gone under the bridge. So that's just kind of awesome. Sorry, say again?
So, and the only reason that we can do that now is because it's only recently that certain like screencasting tools have come out that allow you to create content really quickly, right? Because 5 years ago, in order to do this sort of stuff, you had to use applications. In order to make it polished, you had to use editing tools, and it wasn't as easy as it is now. There's a couple tools out there that make it really easy to quickly create screencasts and put them out there and publish them.
Yeah, so I imagine that's exactly the kind of thing you're going to be covering at the workshop that you're going to do. Just pretend that I'm someone who's interested in coming, and actually I am, but I'm sort of stuck over here in England, unfortunately. But pretend that I'm interested in coming. But I don't really know much about this whole thing. What am I going to sort of see and get out of your thing, and what sort of tools am I going to see?
Right. Well, we're going to go through sort of like we just did here, some more business examples, some more ideas that you have, how to get started with screencasting, how to get started with podcasting, look at some of the hands-on tools, and then I'm going to be going into and actually getting people to actually try out some of these tools. So it's going to be a workshop. So it's a long workshop, so people actually get to try out these different things there at the conference and ask questions, and so we can sort of fine-tune their screencasting skills, so when they actually start doing it, it'll be quality.
Roughly how long would that be, Greg?
I think it's about 3 hours.
Okay, cool.
So it's a workshop. And just to give some of your readers a preview, so there's 3 tools out there that we're going to be covering in the workshop that you can investigate on your own, even without going. First of all is Screener. Right. Screener is basically a Java applet. If you go to their website, you log in using your Twitter account, and it allows you to do a quick 5-minute screencast, just selecting a part of your screen, record it. When you're done recording, it automatically uploads it. It can even automatically tweet it for you. And so people can just, click and watch your video. So this is really good. The next time you find yourself on the console, you figure out something really nifty, or you're coding in, Vim, and you figure out a new shortcut or a new, Ruby plugin. Jump into Screenr, create a quick, 5-minute screencast, publish it. It's just so quick to do, and you can start producing content, immediately. Yeah. The next tool that's really quick that we use a lot here at MV Labs for client stuff, it's not as public as Screenr, because Screenr, everything goes public, and sometimes clients don't like that. So Jing Project allows you to be a little more private and select a part of your screen. You hit record, it goes, you hit stop, you hit upload. It basically gives you in your clipboard a URL, which you just paste immediately. Sort of like Sketch. It's sort of like the screencast version of Sketch, if you're familiar with that. And then lastly, when you get into sort of like, product screencasts and you want to get more complex, the 2 that I recommend there are ScreenFlow for the Mac. That's just for the Mac. And Camtasia. I've been having a lot of fun with Camtasia lately. And that's just, $100. But again, we'll be playing with this at at BizConf and showing people how to use it and getting their hands dirty.
I think we've reached the end of our 10 minutes there. I didn't actually come up with a good plan for the end, but since we're sticking to 10 minutes, that doesn't matter too much. Obviously, if you're watching this and you're interested in going to
Well, it looks like we lost Peter. That's what you get for living across the pond. But so if you're interested in going to BizConf, check out the website here. And don't forget to use the coupon code GPOLL to get $675 off the ticket price. Thanks for watching.